Hello, everyone.
Sorry, I was still just dancing to the music. It's really catchy. Oh, look, Perrin is here tonight.
Everyone say hi, Perrin.
Hi, Perrin.
See, for those of you wondering, we realize how two-dimensional Perrin's lies normally are in the show, so we decided to give her the full experience of being just two-dimensional today.
No.
So rude.
Oh
my gosh.
No, we can't make fun of Perrin today. She's not feeling well, so we have
right here. Don't talk about me as if I'm not here.
We have special guests for tonight's show. I'm excited.
Yeah. With that, who's behind the iPad?
It's me.
Well, welcome everyone to Left Unread. Today we are down 1, but we are up 2, so we're positive 1.
That is more math than Dillon has ever done for this show.
Hey, he's learning coding.
Yeah. Also, it's the beer. The beer helps me.
I like that the beer was blurred out when you.
Product placement. I just can't do it right now.
Please sponsor us, anybody.
Yeah. We will Photoshop in your image to that beer can if you sponsor us.
Awesome. Well, welcome again. I'm just going to do a quick introduction for those of you who don't know who these wonderful people are. To the left is Mary, aka
I'm sorry. Left.
On my screen, you're on the left.
Yeah.
On YouTube, you're on the left. So
Mary's lying already.
No, I'm just misinformed.
No, Mary, stage left for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Finally, directions I can understand.
Whitney Wood says hi, newbies.
Hello.
Wait, AKA what? Oh, AKA Sweet Pea _0405.
There you go. She does some Twitch streaming. She does a little bit of Nancy Drew, right?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
And
we've been having some difficulties, so we've been on pause. We've been left unread.
We need to trademark before she steals it and gets
quick.
Gets more than the
Copyright,
5 watchers.
see?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Samson, you need to get on that. And then to the right is Christian, aka. Where can we find you, Christian?
I too am a purveyor of Twitch at the Soup Dragoon. It's like dragon but with 2 O's. We play Pokemon, and we play horror games and we play RPGs. Those are kind of our wheelhouse right there.
Nice. Also, Paula says hello.
Paula?
Everyone.
Hello, Paula.
It's my
Hi, Paula. Thanks for
mom.
being here. Also, hi, Whitney. I see you and I appreciate you.
We appreciate you so much, especially the kindness that you've shown towards Perrin while ill. I'm like,
I mean, if I just all of a sudden started being kind to Perrin, it would be really awkward. Like people would think that she is in like grave danger. So I have to like give some animosity, even though she's not here to defend herself.
Yeah. Perrin is down. She is okay, but she is recovering from the second dose of the vaccine. So
Yes.
we'll send all of our love to her.
I love it.
Whitney
There's a photo
sees
of
and
her.
appreciates you too, and she says she's Team Perrin, which surprises me none.
That's right.
That's my fiance, so this is going well.
She's marrying you to get to Perrin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
that checks. I'm
Yeah. So
have
it's
zero
a
doubt of
weird
that.
route to get to Perrin, but I guess it
But an
worked.
effective one. I mean, Perrin and I keep working together in different places, so
Points for creativity.
Paula says chicken soup thoughts for Perrin.
That's mom for she
Aw.
hopes she feels better. Thanks, man.
All right. Well, are y'all ready for some left unread?
Yeah.
Yes.
very ready.
Samson
Ready.
is all business today.
Yeah, no, I'm. It's been a rough couple weeks. When I've told the truth, I've been called a liar. When I've lied, I've been called a liar. When I've sat here silent, I've been called a liar. So I am ready to show everyone that
Continue
I
lying.
have some honesty in me,
Mm.
and provide that to the audience,
Yeah.
because I know you're going to choose a book that I've read. So
If anyone understands Morse code,
Do you actually know Morse code?
no.
she's just.
It's gonna be like, this is so cool.
I'm already being accused of lying. Dang it.
Yeah, Seth says he's lying already.
I mean, I'm just saying. You didn't know Morse code, but you were asking people if they knew Morse code. So
I was also just fluttering my very large brown eyes to be like
We
to
need
get favor.
we need to have a day that we just choose all books I've read and have all the guests come at once and make up different things and see if Dillon can just tell.
What's real and what's not.
Yeah. He's like, I actually think there's 5 different books named this and all 5 of you have read it, but Samson is lying. Like that's where it's gonna go.
Wait, that would be an interesting challenge at
It
one point.
would.
Find a list of books that all have either the same title or very, very similar titles.
Mhm.
But then when he picks one, which one is it?
Yeah. I'd still lose. I know that that's how it goes. Okay, so we provided Dillon with a list today, and I'm excited to see which book you chose.
Yeah. So I'll just give a quick rundown just in case some of you haven't joined us before.
I
Basically,
easily
Left Unread is a game that we play. In this case, Samson, Mary, and Christian came up with a list of book titles, and they presented this list to me, and I have to choose a book because I don't read books at all, so I probably don't know them. And I have to decide through a series of questions on who is lying, if the book is real, all that fun stuff. So at the end of this, I will guess who I think is telling the truth, and then it's usually not Samson.
Never trust a man, anyways.
Oh, shots fired.
Yeah. So they already
Aaron
gave
would be proud, and we all know it.
they gave me the list already. So I'm gonna tell them which book I chose. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Born ready.
Okay. The book I chose is called B stars.
Ooh.
BEA stars.
Yes, that's very.
Mm.
I feel like here. Let me spell it in the chat for
Yeah,
people.
thank you.
B stars.
You haven't.
Can you show it to us
I
and make sure
have
you're spelling it
to.
correctly?
Bees.
Can you show me if you're spelling it correctly?
Yeah, look at the chat.
There you go.
Whitney
You got it
says
right.
bees.
Yeah.
Bees.
Wow, look at me, a person who's red can also spell. Ooh.
Although I do want to read also Whitney's version of this, where it's just a bunch of bees.
Bees, which are very important right now, and we should all save
Yeah.
them.
Bees are important.
They are
They're
stars.
the stars. So
Okay. I think it's time to get started with our questions.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So the first segment is a short answer segment. And I'm going to ask a series of 3 questions. I'm going to give each of you a chance to answer the question, and then I may or may not give points based on that question. Sometimes the points don't matter, but you know,
Really?
they're fun. Also, I'm
That's
notorious
happened
for
once.
not keeping track of the points, so that's when the audience comes in and holds me accountable.
which they are typically better doing math than not that you just got other things on your mind is all I'm saying, Dylan.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't math.
Thank you.
Yeah. Remember, for those who don't know, this is my best friend.
Yeah, for those who don't know, there is a favoritism that happens on this show.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say, how many of the both of you have done a show with Dillon before?
That's true. Christian is
Yeah,
the only
but
person I've been on stage with.
Who has spent the most like in-person time with them throughout?
But we've worked backstage many a times, Dylan.
That's true.
Oh,
Okay, but who? Okay, but who does their girlfriend love the most?
Definitely
I would
not
think it'd be
Christian.
Dillon.
I don't know. Is Perrin here to say it? I mean, she does
No,
keep
she
coming
is
in
trying to get better.
so that way she can hang around with me more.
No, with me. I'm sorry.
Competition.
Do you have a countdown to when like she went to when you can hang out with her in person?
2 weeks from yesterday.
What?
2 weeks from yesterday, because that's when her vaccine has fully kicked in.
Yeah.
But like an actual countdown.
Like
Yeah,
on your calendar.
13 days.
Okay. Not all of us can keep track in our heads. Okay? But we also have plans for like a nesting movie night. I don't think you have those.
You don't know. I don't have to like brag about what Perrin and I have to others.
It's
So-
not bragging when it's true.
Mm-hmm. I don't need to name drop Perrin in the show.
Yes, we do
Y'all are
because
bickering a lot, and it's not even a question yet.
I know. I was about to say I feel like
it's because
Perrin is
Perrin
still
told
here.
me to. Hold on.
Perrin told you to
I've got
antagonize me?
receipts.
Oh, jeez. That does not surprise me at all. Okay.
That's the
Game
first time
on.
I've ever said that in my entire life.
Whitney says, I love Perrin the most.
Oh, a challenge.
But Whitney, I feel like since you and I are both Team Perrin, I feel like it's the most because I think some of my love spills over for you and maybe some of your love spills over in my love for her. So like we're helping each other out have the most love for Perrin.
You're just sucking up so she votes for you later.
Hey, if she happens to, that's not my fault.
She's already not going to vote for me. It doesn't matter what I say. She's not going to say. She's not going to be Team Samson.
All right.
I'm gonna find it.
We're waiting.
I'm gonna find it. iPhone, hurry up and load.
We got questions.
What are you looking for?
The receipts that don't
Perrin
exist.
No, for Perrin telling me to like bring Samson down.
Oh.
This was actually, she was just reenacting what's going to happen later when she's trying to find the book and can't find it because she doesn't know where it is because she's never read it.
Yeah, you keep searching, Mary, and I'll ask these two the question first, so you're last.
Fine. It's not like, it's my mom that's watching right now.
Okay, first question. Samson, give me a brief character description of the main character.
Well, there's two main characters. It's kind of like a cheesy fantasy knockoff of Romeo and Juliet. So there's Taylor and I don't know if it's pronounced Courtian, but the two of them, they're from opposite, I guess, tribes, if you will. It takes place on this different planet where people are sort of like, the animals are like hybrid people. So there's this tiger race and this kind of like canine-ish race. And the two of them actually meet out in the jungle and fall in love. So those are the main characters, if you will.
Oh, tigers and something else.
Bears, oh my.
Canine.
Whitney says alien
I'm assuming they're
bees.
wolves, but yes, it's actually about alien. I'm just gonna go with alien bees. I think repeating what Whitney says in chat will probably do better for me than telling the truth. So
Seth says so many lies.
So Pina, I'm over 15 minutes later. We're on question 1. Yeah, we waited for you. Okay,
Yeah.
now we can start.
We have manners. We're not Neanderthals.
Okay, Christian, give me a brief character description of the main character.
Brief character description of the main character of Beastars. You would have a very tall, very lanky wolf boy. He's a teenager, about 17. His name is Legoshi, and he goes to Cherryton Academy, kind of a high how-to-do kind of high school. And he is in the drama club. He works on the tech side of things. He mainly does spot op, like spotlight kind of stuff. And the world that they're in is very much Zootopia is the best way I think I can describe it, except it takes on a lot more darker themes as the story progresses, which we can get into later, of course. But Legoshi himself, tall, lanky, kind of a loner. He doesn't talk much. He's a strong silent type, I would say, is the best way to go about it.
Oh,
Just trying to find his way through high school.
yeah. You know, I like that name, Legoshi, so I'm going to give you a point.
Ooh, thank you.
Mary, what about you? Give me a character description.
So, the main character is a very young heroine named Gwendolyn, who, like someone made up here, is in high school. And if I remember correctly, Beastars is their, is it their volleyball team? And it's like a play on words of like Beastars. Because I think their mascot is like a little blue beast, kind of like Beast.
Oh, cool.
Picture sort of like from X-Men. And what? That's kind of what he looks like. It's like a cute little blue beast, little fuzzy blue beast.
Okay.
And so she's in high school and she's navigating the qualms of high school, which, as we all know, as a young female, suck. And yeah, her name is Gwendolyn. She's lovely. She's just got her own issues of like anxiety. She has some self-image problems, but she feels really strongly that if she can like be really good on this volleyball team, that she'll like, her confidence is just gonna like soar through the roof, and she's gonna soar.
Okay, so it's Beast R's.
I know. It's a play on words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beast.
I just have to point out that I had the shortest short answer question for once.
Yeah.
This is, check the calendar, everyone.
Yeah.
This is,
What day is it? It's April 25th, everyone.
it's the best day.
Yeah. Not too
April
hot.
It is
25th,
6:20
It's the day where Samson doesn't talk too long and he doesn't talk too short either. He just,
Wait, is it Central Standard Time or is it now Chicago Standard?
Central.
It is Central.
All right. Well,
Excuse
it looks like the score is 0-1-0. 1 point.
actually,
for
I'm
Christian.
okay that you gave one to Christian because that was a very clever name he came up with. So
Is what?
I mean, it's just the name of the main character. I didn't have to come up with it. An author did. So
oh. So,
Yeah, it's
so
not
you're
like
trying
you
to
wrote the
say
book.
you don't deserve the point, or that you made it up? I am just confused of which of the two.
I'm just I have a love of the book, and I love the name, and I'm glad that it's getting its due.
Thank you, Whitney.
Whitney says already love Mary's version.
Oh,
Because she would understand.
okay.
Yeah. All
We
right.
were all Gwendolyn's once.
Next question. We'll start with Christian this time. Explain the title and how it relates to the story.
Beastars, the title of the series itself, as you get into the beginning of the story, you find out that the Beastar is someone in the community who has been lifted up over everybody else. They're a shining beacon of hope and leadership. It's almost like the Queen is to England, where she's more of a figurehead, but then of course there's the president and parliament. The Beastar is a figurehead of the community, someone everybody looks up to, and that is something that people strive to be, is to be the next Beastar.
Oh.
Prime Minister.
Thank you, Prime Minister. I said president.
Yeah, they don't have presidents in England.
There could be. There's presidents of fan clubs.
They probably don't have Beastars either, because I don't think that exists. But you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you get a big medal and everything.
Perrin is in the chat, everyone.
Hello.
He says love you all, but also Team Mary.
Okay, I see how this goes.
Wouldn't doubt Perrin doing that, but I also wouldn't doubt Mary typing up after like logging into Perrin's account just to like hack it.
Wait,
either
after
is
logging
equally.
into Perrin?
Yeah, logging into
made
Perrin's
a new
account and
email.
then typing it out.
Yeah.
I don't have access to Perrin's account. I'm in my home.
Do you?
You
No.
probably, for all I know, you made your own account that says Perrin and put a picture of her. You've already shown us you have ample pictures of her on your iPad.
It's true.
I
So
don't know what you're talking about. Those are all on her Instagram, and Instagram just happens to be an application that is on my iPad.
and you didn't screenshot any of those photos. is
Just
what
the
you're
one for today.
telling us.
I'm feeling personally attacked right now.
Oh, it's okay.
Mary.
That's how you get the full Perrin experience.
Yeah.
No.
Mary, you kind of already answered this question, but is there anything you want to elaborate on with how the title ties into the story?
I don't. No, not really. Like I said, it's their volleyball team. They're like a really great volleyball team, and so that's why Gwendolyn is really going for it. So the Beastars are their little volleyball team with the little blue, little X-Man. This is X-Man and Mary.
Okay. Samson, what about you?
So I got to be honest, I didn't really think about this until right now, and now it makes sense. So when I originally listened to it, I thought it was going to be sort of like a modern day version of like Animorphs, and I was really excited for that. And then I wasn't disappointed; it wasn't bad, but I was a little disappointed that I didn't get adult Animorphs. So I didn't pay attention to the name, but the beast, I think it's just a mix of beasts because they're bestial humanoids and stars from like star-crossed lovers. So I guess that's where they came the name from. They don't like elaborate in the book, but
Nice, fast thinking on your feet, I would say.
I feel like you compare a lot of books to Shakespeare, and I find that very. As someone would say,
I mean,
sus.
so far the only book I feel like the only book I've compared to Shakespeare so far that everyone made fun of me for was actually a book.
Wait, which I actually think that was one of the books that I was very intrigued by.
Yeah. So I
Was it
deal a lot with
Jester?
Shakespeare.
What was it? The Jester one?
I think it was
Yeah,
Jester.
it's called
Oh,
Fool.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fool.
Fool.
Cool. I mean,
I
potato.
don't know where the book is now. It definitely exists for anyone who, unless you haven't seen that episode yet, then go back and ignore everything you just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Whitney says, ha ha, Samson likes Animorphs. What a nerd.
I'll hop on the nerd train too, because Animorphs, like,
Yeah.
I used to have the entire series They all have been sold, donated, whatever. But the Yerks, dude.
I don't remember much of it, but I gotta say, if like someone came out with a live action modern day Animorphs, or if like they changed it to be like a gritty young adult, like I'd read every page of that, like hands down. I'd pick it up and just.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
No. Which is what I was hoping this was, and.
Well, I'm gonna give a point to Mary because.
This, yeah. Because X-Men.
Because X-Men. Knew my cuteness would get me far in life.
Hey, you guys can rack up the points. We'll see who's victorious in the end.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous.
We'll wait for the bonus stars, just like in Mario Party.
Whitney says, "Isn't that the theatrical version of Cats that Samson just described?"
Cats has nothing to do with Romeo and Juliet. That's like if you mix Cats and West Side Story, which actually isn't a far description from how this book turned out, but still.
And Paula says, "That's my girl. She's
Yeah,
out there
thank
cheering
you.
for you, Mary."
Wait.
Maybe she's talking about me.
Using my cuteness? I have mixed feelings now.
Okay, next question. We will start with Mary this time.
Okay.
Mary,
Would you like the pen?
Yes.
The stress pen.
what is on the cover of the book?
It is the volleyball team and Gwendolyn in the stands, just like watching and just like she's by herself in the stands. But the volleyball, there's like a player who's like mid spike, and you can sort of just see Gwendolyn like looking just like, that's what I want to do. That's what's going to make me feel. You can just see it. And it's kind of a cliche with like the spike and like her by herself, but it's very fitting. So she's in the stands, crowds going, and then there's a fabulous spiker.
Oh, that's very specific.
It's because I've read the book.
Really?
Okay, Christian, what's on the cover of your book?
The cover of the book is it's actually quite simple. It's Legoshi himself, this lanky, tall wolf boy, B-stars emblazoned across the top, and he's almost kind of picking up his upper lip with his thumb, almost as if he's cleaning something out of his fang, and he looks very nonplussed. Wearing a school uniform with suspenders and just a very typical school uniform look minus the jacket. Nonplussed.
I have to look surprised and confused so much that they are unsure how to react. Story of my life.
Wait, what is the definition?
Consistently nonplussed.
Okay. Samson, what's on the cover of the book?
Nothing special. I mean, it has the title and like some thorns, I think. Some type of like vine or thorns.
Wow, what a really creative answer.
He thinks.
I mean, it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've read it, so.
Do you think or do you know?
I mean, to know something.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm sure of what I'm saying. I don't know if it was thorns or vines or flowers. I just know it was some type of foliage of sorts.
It was a not fauna, but what's flora?
Flora.
It was a cover of some kind of flora.
Yeah, that wound between the things. I'm going with thorns right now just because I'm really, I guess, now that I've realized like the extra Romeo and Juliet aspect of it, it probably was something like that. But yeah,
I think
at the time I thought it was vines.
Of Beautiful Creatures.
It's probably the cover of like half of young adult out there.
Or no.
I mean,
Actually,
Or Beastly. That's what it is. Beastly with Vanessa Hudgens.
Samson brings up a good point, though. That is kind of the cover of like 60.
Like sci-fi.
like I want to like do something creative to like earn points, but I also, if anyone's like has read it out there, I don't want them to be like, he's lying now because he obviously didn't read that. It wasn't fancy at all.
This
so.
supposed author gave you nothing to work with.
Perrin says nothing special, just like Samson's lie.
Whoa. He's attacking you from the guise of being sick.
She is stronger than ever. She is merely saving her energy.
We can rebuild her, make her better, faster, stronger.
Even when Perrin isn't aware that I'm telling the truth, she still comes at me like this. From her deathbed, she is there aggressively putting me in my place.
Whitney says Mary referenced Vanessa Hudgens. Point for Mary.
I got a Whitney point. That should be a
Whitney.
thing.
There actually Whitney points kind of happen, and
I want one.
But I will give a point to Samson because
you appreciate honesty for once. I like that.
Yeah, we can go with that. Okay, that's the end of the short answer segment. It is on to the rapid fire part of this series.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Pew.
So I'm gonna ask about. I have 7 questions today. I'm gonna ask them in a rapid fire. You are to give me 1-word answers for them, and I'm not going to take turns. It's just going to be you shout it out after I ask it.
So right after you ask it, we all shut up together.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did you read this book?
Once.
Multiple.
1 word to describe the story.
Dark.
Shakespearean?
Is candy corn a delicious candy?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Depends on the day.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Green.
Maroon.
Who's
your favorite Dillon?
Dillon Baxendale.
Does someone fall in love in this book?
Yes.
With themselves, yes.
Would you read this as a children's bedtime story?
No.
Define child. What's the age range of children these days? I read Pride and Prejudice when I was 5, so
Wow.
how I learned how to read.
I think it's older than 5. I would say child would be like 10 at least.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. I will give 3 points each.
Are we tied 4-4-4?
Yeah.
Well, Whitney gave the 1 Whitney point to Mary. So
Oh, that's right.
4.5.
It's 4-4-4 and 0-1-0.
Wait, what?
In the Whitney point
Oh.
scoreboard, you've got 1, we've got 0.
There's so many scoreboards.
There's a chance Christian could get one. I have 0% chance of getting a Whitney point.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah. I could like say the best things about her, and she would actually give a point to the 2 of you for me sucking up.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've never even met Whitney, but I love you.
Dang it, you're gonna get another point because of that. It's not even fair.
You know what's not fair?
She said no comment about what I said.
And point for Christian.
Also, point for Christian. Dang it. Okay, we got
I'll
this.
take it.
You know what's not fair?
Whitney points are tiebreaker points, I guess.
I
What's
never
not fair?
get points.
That's because you have all the points in the world.
You do. That's why you're just giving them out so graciously. You
don't-
have so many points.
You don't need.
You're
points,
above
Dylan.
points, Dylan. And I
You
don't know
don't
why
need
Seth hates me.
You,
Seth-
Dylan, you are the point.
Wow, that's very deep.
That is deep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is deeper than the plot that either of you have brought up to me today.
False. Okay.
You know what? Point for
It's
Samson for
Romeo
that
Juliet
burn.
bullshit.
I think this might be the first time in a while I've been in the lead, so I'm just gonna like own it for the next 2 minutes until it's gone.
You know what? Fair enough. I'll take that.
It's not gonna last, but I'm good with it.
Seth says if they gave points for lies, Samson would be winning.
Whoa.
Shots fired from the comments. All right. It is the last segment of
Ooh.
this episode. It is
No long.
yeah, that's the last segment. The long answer
Oh.
questions.
Oh, where you said that, I thought like we just had it.
Oh no.
We're good.
That's it.
We're
I
done.
was like, oh no.
Now.
Wait, no, it is the end. I'm winning. I won, right? Let's end it. It's done.
Oh, what cute, wishful, hopeful thinking.
Aw.
Okay.
Oh,
Now is the long answer segment. I have 3 questions today, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take turns, ask each of you the same question, Are y'all ready?
Y'all ready for this?
Come at me.
We'll start with Christian.
Very good.
What is the climax of the story?
The climax of the story, at least that I've read so far. Before I said in the rapid fire, this story is dark. It starts to revolve around. It seems like a basic normal high school story, except it's just animal people. But all of a sudden, one of the theater club's members is killed, and you start to discover how there's actually this rift, this invisible rift between the carnivores and the herbivores. And it turns out that back in the past, yeah, they used to eat each other, kind of a thing, like almost literal kind of Zootopia vibes. But in this day and age, they still struggle with it. Like there's an entire black market where they sell people's meat so carnivores can still get a taste of it. This has nothing to do with the climax. I'll get to the climax, but there's a whole delicious layer by layer sandwich of story here.
Pun intended.
Haha. But the climax, getting towards the end, Legoshi has been trying to. He gets pulled into this murder story because he, being a wolf, he's instantly suspected. He's one of the more powerful carnivores in the school. Besides him, there's a tiger as well who's being suspected. They're both in the show, actually, the play that they're doing in the theater club. He gets pulled on. But it turns out there's this whole underlying plot of one of his best friends, Lewis. He's a red deer. He was raised from birth by carnivores to be the next beast star. But he was going to be the beast star in a sense that was going to let the world slowly tilt more towards the carnivores' favor. And so there's a gunfight, there's gangsters, there's a mob. It spins out of control, and Legoshi ends up towards the end of this with a dead lion at his feet covered in blood. I just don't want this answer could go on forever, but that's where I've read up to, at least at that point.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel that you're doing the thing that Perrin loves to do, in which you're taking the story from something else because it's like so like steeped in details.
Okay.
Yet also not really specific. So you're really bringing the Perrin vibe to the show. I love it. But
also,
I gotta do a little plug there for anyone who like really loves like made up on the spot dialogue.
Okay.
Follow the Soup Dragoon so you can like pay attention to his live streaming while he talks about what's going on in the moment thing like this. Because I'm actually,
my mom got a Whitney point.
everyone's getting Whitney points except me.
There's a lot of suspicions after that answer, Christian. That's probably because it was long, like Samson's answers are usually. So...
Yeah, that's why no one believes me. Don't go long. Also, don't go short. Also, don't look like Samson. These are the three things I've learned.
Since his story is not real, the fact that he just came up with all of that on the spot is
that why
slightly
you love him?
about what's going on in his head.
You know, they're both they're focused on this being a narrative of my own when this was written by somebody else, and I get excited about books that I read, of course, and I love talking about them. So it's easy for me to spin out of control. So
is it?
It's mainly excitement.
Do you spin out of control, Christian?
Blink if you need help. Blink.
But I digress. I digress. I'll let these two liars give you their story, and then there.
Oh, but you just got a Perrin point in the chat, Christian.
Oh.
Everyone has a Perrin point. Everyone has a Whitney point. But I have the Dillon points.
Hey,
that's what I gotta say,
you are
peeps.
winning, Samson.
By the way, viewers. But I am ready. In case.
Dillon points brought to you by Junkyard Triple Terminal Delight, pomegranate and blueberry cream soda sour.
Wow.
Almost as many like random details thrown in there as Christian's story.
Okay. Since shots are fired, we will go to Samson. What is the climax of the story?
So I mentioned, it's sort of a Romeo and Juliet-esque thing, but it's a series, so it doesn't like climax with them dying or anything like that. So the climax of this first book which is the only one I've read so far, probably ever. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it. But they essentially run off into the woods because their families are about to go at war and they can't choose which side they want to be a part of. So they go off into war, into the woods. And I mean, that's from there. I guess I don't really know too much more what happens. I think it was written as a series. I was really kind of like excited that things were going to keep going. And then I realized the back 20 pages were actually just the first chapter of the next book, which I've fallen for before and read, and then felt like I need to read the next book. So I didn't actually.
Do you know how many books are in the series?
At this point, at least 3 when I checked last. I don't know if they've made more from then or if that was the end of it. I haven't looked back. It was good. It wasn't like Write Home to Mary's Mom about it good. Shout out to Paula.
That's my sweet innocent mother.
I know. I'm saying it wasn't good enough for me to write her a letter recommending it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Except knowing Paula, the fact that you didn't feel that way is sus.
Paula, the next
She
book I
wants to
read
know
that I love,
everything. She
the
wants
next book I read that you love,
all the
Paula, I'll
books.
give it to you.
She wants to know all the books.
Okay, we'll go to Mary next. What is the climax of your story?
So, in an not unexpected turn of events, but unexpected turn of events, Gwenny, her little nickname, Gwenny, she gets to try out for the team, and she has been doing pretty well so far. My God, are you my sister?
X-Men.
She makes
X-Men.
fun of my weak wrists all the time. Ah!
Okay, sorry, keep going.
Anyways, so they want to see her Spike, and she goes to Spike, and she determines that she's not a very good spiker. So she doesn't make the team, and it's really sad. And she's just like, well, I'm not good enough for the team. I'm not good enough for this, you know? And so she walks out of tryouts feeling really down on herself. But the captain of the volleyball team says, hey, I just spoke to coach and we really love your enthusiasm and your love for the sport. We want you to be the student manager. And so she does get to be a part of the team. She doesn't get to play, but like, I guess spoiler, as they go on, they'll like play recreationally with her and they help her work on her spike.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it's so
I've seen this movie. It's called Waterboy.
What is that?
with Adam Sandler, where he's the water boy and then he joins a team. This is that's why it sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's Waterboy.
Yeah, it's Waterboy. Got
I've
it.
never seen that movie in my entire life.
I saw it 5 times in theaters. That's actually not something to be proud of.
But I mean, also, when did that movie come out?
Like
Almost bought your story.
1998.
98? Yeah, I was.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Waterboy. Adam Sandler's like the only famous person other than me to come from Manchester, New Hampshire. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the climax of the book. Also, I would just like to rub it in your face once more. If it came out in 98 and you saw it in theaters, I was 4.
I was 14.
Ooh, but busting out the daggers here, Mary. What you doing?
4 of them.
I was 3.
What?
I was 3.
Waterboy.
Samson, I
I've
got
seen
you.
Waterboy.
Samson, I got you. I was 8.
Okay, you've seen Waterboy, right?
My story, Mom.
People have seen Waterboy. Even Seth gave me a point on that one. So it's got to be. Seth's been anti. Well, he hasn't been anti-Samson. He's just been saying I'm lying the entire time.
Oh.
Oh, Ben teaches
Ben's
you
first
got here,
comment
but
to the night,
Samson
and he
is
already
definitely
thinks
lying.
Samson's lie.
Wait, where? Oh, there it is.
Oh, the world is against you, Samson.
It is. But if I have to play the villain, I'm just going to play it well.
That's a good outlook.
Yeah.
Or bad outlook if you're the
I'll give a point to Samson.
2-point lead. Two, not 4. 2.
That's okay.
Oh,
There's still
gosh.
2 more questions at
Yeah,
least, which
there
will
are.
give other
We
people
got this.
the lead over me.
All right, next question. We will start with Samson since you're in the lead.
Hmm.
What scene stuck out to you the most and why?
Um, do you want the dumb answer or the like? I mean, I really liked one of the early on things because they actually had a character named Samson, which is what tied me into realizing it was Romeo and Juliet-esque. But it wasn't actually a good scene. I just liked it because I like when books give me my name. But I mean, the fight scene was really cool, you know, where they normally fight with like swords and everything. Instead, they like beast out and like actually like fight with each other in the woods, which is right before they ran off. So that was a really cool kind of like fight scene between humanoids. I mean, just imagine like animalized humanoids like fighting each other and the details that go into it. I thought it was really well written. But yes, also when they do the whole Samson bit, they didn't do the bite my thumb thing, but they paid tribute with there being someone named Samson, which I liked. So,
Okay. Mary, what about you? What scene stuck out to you the most and why?
Really, it was that main climax of when, as she's leaving the tryouts after being told that she doesn't make the team captain, someone that like kind of stereotypically is like the beautiful popular girl, comes after her and just says like, we really just appreciated your spirit and we know how much you wanted this, so we still want you to be a part of the team. And that like it hit home for me because I sort of had a similar experience like that in high school for the dance team. um and so like I just really, that scene has always really just like stayed with me because it was just like you can see these people from the outside looking in and then they'll surprise you, and you know, and like they helped her find herself and feel good about herself, and it was just a really good story.
Oh.
I know. Also, because I'm nice, Samson, you did get a Whitney point.
You did.
for being the villain, I'll take it. At this point, I'm going to take it and run the world with it.
And I mean, okay, didn't you get all the points in the world though when she said yes?
Aw.
I had all the points in the world when she went on the first date with me.
Aw.
The yes was just, you know, icing on that cake.
Point cake.
Yes, icing on the point cake.
Got,
Delicious.
it got really cheesy in here. Really.
I even got an awe from Perrin. Okay, I'm getting too sappy. Back to the villain.
I know. I'm not good at being
Seth says you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And I'm old AF. Did you not get this from this so far? I saw Waterboy 5 times in theaters. I'm the villain by now.
And Whitney says Mary is sucking up.
Oh,
I don't see that.
it might be taking a second.
Is it just taking a second?
It only took, what,
And come here for
49 minutes for someone to realize that.
I'll see.
Yeah, I don't see that.
You didn't come here for the cheese fest. That's because you're vegan, Sophina. Okay, calm down. The rest of us love our cheese.
With that, let's go to Christian.
Yes.
What scene stuck out to you the most and why?
It's literally a tie between two of them because it's the two biggest cruxes of this book. One, when Legoshi and he has a classmate friend, he's an eagle. They are in the city, they're on a field trip kind of thing, and they stumble across that black market I spoke of, the one that sells the meat of other folks. And just outside of that black market, there's an old goat man, and he has a sign, and he's literally offering you. He's like, if you give me like $100-200, you can have a bite. You can take a finger, you can take a toe, whatever you want. And there's this struggle between the two of them, and the eagle's like really excited about it. He's like, I've never tried real meet before. Like, we can't pass this up. And Legoshi's like, well, I mean, of course I want to try, but not. And it's this back and forth. And ultimately Legoshi doesn't, but the eagle does. And it's a heavy moment. You know what? We're just going to stick with that one. And we'll leave the other one a mystery.
Again,
He doesn't feel like making up another one right now, so that one's good enough.
Brain.
Yeah. Mary, good luck getting untucked tomorrow morning. Hopefully he doesn't bite off a finger.
Whitney is totally Team Christian right now.
Heck yeah.
And Ben says, hold up. What are we talking about again?
Apparently, B-stars.
Yeah, B-stars.
This is Christian trying to push all of us to become like signing up for PETA's email list about the dangers of eating animals.
We're supposed to say that yet. That was the big reveal.
Notice I am still blinking.
Yeah, remember the blink means she's in danger.
I'm going to give 2 points to Mary because
She's tied.
your story is very heartwarming.
Well, sweet people like Mary like to make sweet stories up, so I get that.
Actually, not really. I usually like reading stuff kind of like that. But
The nitty
not-
gritty stuff.
So you're saying you normally read gritty stuff, but the book that you
This
read
book was given to me as
is-
a recommendation because, again, I went through a similar situation and I was feeling really down about it. And someone was like, you're basic this book. You should read this. And it
I think that's true for Christian too. He went through that story. And
That's
he-
what's so concerning.
I sure hope not.
He was walking out of Wedge Foods and someone was just there like, try this beef. Try it. It was a cow.
Try it.
Try
it.
Try it, man. Just try
And
it.
he's like, no. But his friend was like, yes, give me that beef. And just,
Yeah.
they're not friends anymore. That was.
No, haven't talked to him in quite some time.
We have the meat.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, we are on to our last question of the night.
Ooh.
I feel like Mary's getting a point here regardless because we can't have me tied for first.
You never know, Samson. You never know.
I don't.
I'm the underdog here. I got this.
Well, we will start with Mary for this question.
Yeah.
Good. Doesn't give her time to make something up.
Okay.
Give me your best elevator pitch to get me to read this book.
I'm sorry, I was making fun of Samson. Can you please repeat the question?
Normally, you should like get minus points for that, but I feel like anyone who's ever watched this or been a part of it, like Ben and Perrin, they're probably like, yeah, making fun of Samson actually is a priority over listening to Dillon, which is not fair, but absolutely true.
Question was, give me your best elevator pitch on why I should read this book.
Why you should read this book, and you. If you've ever wanted to have an understanding of what it was like to be a teenage girl and why sometimes we have lots of baggage, this is a really great read for that. And I think it offers really great insight to what it's like to be a teenage girl growing up and to not feel like you fit in, but then all of a sudden, you know, it's just a great empowering story. And yeah. But I also don't know if you, because you're a boy, it's not meant for boys.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I'm also an empathetic person, so I like to understand where people are coming from. So
but you're a boy, Dillon. Boys don't get it.
I was gonna say the end of her pitch was she told you it's not for you. So
Yeah. Like it's something that Perrin, I think, would really enjoy, even though she would also already understand it. But like it just for girls, like
Dillon's not
it just
paranoid.
I know.
You really need that second Perrin point. Is that what you're going for? Just Perrin, throw it in there. Go ahead, give it to her. She needs it right now.
I find you a Perrin point. Come on now. But if you were interested in what it's like to be a teenage girl and sort of gain understanding as to why we are the way we are, it's a great.
Also, if you have an interest in what it's like to be a teenage girl, Dillon, have that conversation with Perrin. I think you guys should really just like talk
You can
about
also,
it.
yeah, you can also just talk about it.
Point for Mary
yeah.
from Perrin.
Mhm.
There it is.
Okay, Samson, what about you? Give me your best elevator pitch on why I should read this story.
If you're bored, I mean, it's a fun story. It was entertaining. It's not going to change your outlook on anything. It's a story that has been done literally 1,000 times in the last I want to say 400 years, but even beyond that. But it's a new, fresh take, in the fact of being kind of animals and sci-fi-esque. The fact I haven't gone on to read the other sequels tells you it's probably not something that's like on the forefront of my mind, but it's good-ish.
Wow.
To rent
I'm
the other
definitely
sequel?
gonna check out that book.
Yeah,
I mean-
if this was a real book and like perchance this fake author was to like witness this, he'd be coming for you.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, even though this book is fake, I appreciate the honest pitch. It's a book he didn't necessarily enjoy, so
Yeah.
It's a sad fact, but as many books as I read, I don't love them all. I just overrate
you
most of them on
rented
Goodreads because
it.
I feel bad for the author. But
At least you didn't waste money if you rented it.
no, I ordered on Amazon or Audible. This one I actually read.
You didn't rent it, as apparently that's what you do with books. You rent them.
Have you been to a library?
Yeah, it's called checking them out.
Ben
Yeah.
asks, can girls read it, Samson?
It's actually it gives you zero insight what it's like to be a teenage girl. It actually just gives you insight what it's like to be like a wolf on a foreign planet. So if you ever wonder what it's like to be like a wolf boy on this other planet, then please rent this book.
I thought it was tigers and dogs.
I mean, canine. I think of them as wolves, but they don't actually use the word wolf. I guess they don't use the word tiger either, but
Canines.
I was gonna say, I
Canines.
believe you
it was
said-
canines. I say canines and tigers, but it was Taylor and Corton, and
Wait.
Yep.
I just assumed it was canine and tiger because of the alliteration. But I also can be.
I'm sorry, but is this the Teenage Wolf movie?
Oh, Teen Wolf. That's way different.
No, not Teen Wolf. With
An American Werewolf in Paris.
nope. With oh my god, with Marty,
I don't know.
Michael J. Fox.
That's Teen Wolf, and
Yeah,
no,
that's Teen
It
Wolf.
is a Teen
he plays
Wolf.
basketball.
I've seen it, but
That's
like,
your actually movie. Your book's kind of closer to this because it's about someone who doesn't feel like they fit in with a team sport.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, and Ben, his book is a Romeo and Juliet-esque story on a far-off planet with animal people.
For the record, it's not my book. It's the book that I read.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Now we'll go to Christian. Give me your elevator pitch on why I should read this book.
This
Standards are really low because
Yeah.
Mary and I both crashed between Mary's story and
I'm
my
trying to create
longevity.
mood.
but
Ding.
hold on.
Elevator.
This book definitely is not for the faint of heart. If you want to read a story that kind of delves into almost an animalistic nature that humans would be capable of, but showing it through the eyes of animals, it removes it far enough away from yourself where you can really take an outside look. But it delves into, like I said, the whole carnivore herbivore thing and people who literally devour other folks. A whole other part of the story is Legoshi falls in love with this rabbit girl named Haru, and he
Rabbit or rabid?
rabbit.
Like
Gotcha.
Yep.
I mean,
She's a white dwarf rabbit, to be specific. But he falls in love with her, and he doesn't know whether or not he loves her or he wants to eat her, and it's this constant shift. So if you want to do some, you done?
elevator.
Hey, we're going up to the 60th floor. I got time.
Yeah, the higher you raise, the longer you fall when that elevator cord snaps. But
But we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, I am gonna give 3 points to Christian.
damn it, I'm tied for last now.
Because Christian is the only one that tried to convince me to read the book.
Thank you.
It's not my fault. You picked a book that like I don't think you should read. You picked it.
It's not her fault. It's also not my fault, nor Christian's boon, but it worked in his favor.
Ben says, sometimes when you love
I
someone,
didn't
you
even
also
see-
want to eat them.
Someone please
Whitney
give
wants to tell more stories of the messed up book.
someone please give Amanda a like safety text or check. Ask her for information that only she would know. A picture with like a newspaper, anything we can do to Amanda. Just I'm throwing it out there for safety and for liability issues.
Blink twice if you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We are at the end. That was the last question.
Woo!
And I think I've made up my decision.
Before you say though, and Dillon, you need to hide yourself from chat.
Yes. Okay.
We need to check in with our audience
Mm-hmm.
to how bad they think Mary and Christian were full of it.
And Samson.
Yes.
Because once again, relying on Shakespeare.
So let us know in the comments who you
Both
think
times
is
has been
lying
accurate.
or
I have a
telling the
type,
truth.
not a.
You have a type,
crutch.
not a crutch?
Yeah.
Seems
Okay, so let's go ahead. Seth, Paula, Whitney, Sophina, Ben, Perrin.
remember
anyone else
mother
who might
raised me.
be watching.
This is a lie.
Who do you think is telling the truth?
I'm just saying.
Thank you, Ben.
Well, no, you can't say things. Christian.
Oh.
Dylan can hear you, Christian.
Yeah.
Thank
Stop
you.
trying to suck up the Dylan. So far, I'm not saying anything.
I was gonna say you can't just Christian and then be like, actually, Shakespeare.
Yeah. Whitney, you know Ben did not play. Are you just agreeing with him?
Yeah, let's hear
Or do you
Ben
think
answer
Ben-
all of these
Or do
questions.
you think Ben actually read the book and is in the chat?
As we were here, he started reading through it.
Let me know when.
Goodness gracious.
If it even is real.
It's even real. Oh yeah, because all of our books could be fake.
That is a possibility.
I forgot that that's because mine's not.
Because you already know I read it.
I forgot that is part of the. Have we?
So Whitney is just saying she chooses Ben, which I assume is Ben. We've got a vote from Paula and Perrin. Well, not Perrin yet.
No.
Sophina and Seth. So Perrin, give your vote. This is the only time you ever get to vote, so you need to make your choice.
Mary could write a book from her plot. It's true. She could write this fake book.
Except it was written.
By who?
A person. I can't say who yet until we get to the end. It's. I mean, Ben, Christian is an actor.
Perrin, it's like Sophie's Choice.
I feel it's like she wants to choose one, but doesn't want to offend the other.
No one will be offended.
Except me.
It's really good.
Perrin, we're not moving on until you type a name. Just say Samson, and then you can actually win a game when you're not even here, which is something to be proud of.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
If she chooses me, she wins. She said, for sure, you, Samson. And there's a different word in there. I
You
just
missed a
can't
word
read.
there. It
Yeah,
was
I-
not
for
blurred
sure.
out.
It's on my screen. It's a little pixelated. I devoted
That
all
sounds like
my,
a personal problem.
yeah. She said, for sure, you, Samson.
I mean, clearly, I think we can all guess what it would say if that were the case. But the thing is, it's not. Think about that insane goat.
Detail doesn't mean accuracy. If
Those-
it does, then I'm going to start like writing books ahead of time.
Even though this hurts me, I do got to say there have been episodes I have watched where there's been a lot of details dumped on a book, and it's not necessarily been it.
Yeah.
But this time, it is it.
Okay, I think we've got a vote from everyone, Dylan. Don't look at the chat and tell us what you think.
Okay.
Before we announce it, can I do a small shout out to my mom about one of the books I had suggested that was not picked for this evening?
Mm-hmm.
Mommy, look!
Small pig.
It's Small Pig!
Big.
Dylan didn't pick it. Aren't you just heartbroken?
Why are you throwing Dylan under the bus? We didn't even offer that to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Samson, you didn't even offer it.
We offered the other. You gave us two recommendations.
Samson's fault, Mom.
Okay.
Next time, I'm just gonna while the deliberation is happening, I'm just gonna read Small Pig.
Do it. Okay. I guess it's time for me to make my decision.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was intense music or something because. Are you getting intense music?
Yeah, there's intense music playing right now. Okay. There you go, Dillon.
So.
If it's copyright.
I'm a little teapot. Here is my hand.
This is not intense, Mary.
Oh. Oh no, I have to actually pause it.
Okay.
I felt riveted. Riveted?
So I have this gut feeling. So I'm just going to go with it. I'm not saying that my gut is very healthy right now, but.
As you drink a beer.
Yeah, insult him while he's making a choice, Mary.
Hey, I'm in the same boat.
Isn't that your Trader Joe's water can?
No, I've been double fisting water and beer.
Oh, they're both orange and white, so I thought they were the same.
Okay. I think that this book is real and the person who has read it is Samson.
No!
What?
Lied.
It is. I am shocked. I'm honestly shocked.
No.
I've never felt so proud in this game as right now. No one in chat agreed with you.
But
everyone said I was a liar, and they were all right, Dylan.
Oh gosh, what have I done?
Second guess. Go ahead. Go ahead and try.
Christian.
That's it.
Christian has read it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Beastars is a real series.
Should have known with the details. I was thinking too much about the details. I was like, no,
I wrote,
there's no way.
Taylor. I actually wrote Corazon, but the Z looked like a T, so I said Corriton, and I had to keep with it because I couldn't read my own writing. I used it all from an RPG generator.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah. I added random details to make me sound right, but I was lying to all of you, and most of you knew it, but it doesn't matter because Dylan didn't.
Oh gosh.
But it is indeed a series. It is a manga series actually, out of Japan, award-winning from 2018, and it has its own Netflix adaptation as well.
I keep forgetting that. I really want to watch it.
Ben's response is Dylan listening to a different show in his headphones. Dylan, I just need to read you this chat for posterity.
Mommy,
it's never Samson.
He's
He's the villain. Why? Fingers crossed. Dylan! Is Dylan listening to a different show in his headphones? Ta-da. The crowd wins. May I take a bow, right? Whoop, whoop. I'd love to watch it. So yeah, the crowd is almost upset at you, Dylan, as they are as me.
I know. I made a mistake. I should never go with Samson. That's what I've learned.
Except when it's me.
Jeez Louise.
Because there's equal chance it can be me as it can be anyone else, and yet you just never choose my titles. I don't know what that means about the books I read, but
honest, as soon as you chose Beastars, I was like, oh gosh, I really got to start remembering what the show's about or what the book's about.
But I loved
Well, it
Mary's
took us, I think,
story. Mary's story was like so heartwarming.
It was good.
Well, so like here's the thing, like that story, like that literally, like that
Perrin, this
was
is for
just a
you.
recollection of from a moment in my life. Like that's what happened when I made the dance team. Is I did not do well at like kicking or something, so then they made me the student manager.
I thought you stole a little bit of it from Haikyuu.
A little bit, the volleyball part, but yeah. So
I mean, my note said, wished it was Animorphs, but instead it's Romeo and Juliet, and I wrote 2 names down.
oh, as soon as you said Animorphs, because I know the show a little bit just based on what you've told me, I got a little nervous. I was like, wait, what if Samson actually knows this and he started slipping and telling the real book? But
I mean, I haven't read Animorphs since like you were born, Mary. So
what? I wasn't listening.
that was a self burn.
Ben says, here's the thing. Samson is opinionated in everything. If he's like, I don't know why you should read it, he is lying.
See, sometimes people are like, so tell me about Delacour Arts. Like, do you love Ben T.G.? I'm like, you might get along with him. I don't know.
I'm really like disgusted with myself right now.
I'm now going red from now on, per Perrin's suggestion, that I'm just going to play the villain in the next couple episodes of the season.
Very good.
But
Yeah.
thank you so much for Mary and Christian for joining
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mary, that he didn't believe you. And Christian, I'm sorry that you told the truth and you still weren't given the thing. So
It's all good.
I'm sorry that you're just a mistrusting person or an untrustworthy person, apparently, to some people.
I was gonna say Beastars from an outside perspective sounds like a really friggin' bizarre twist. So it's totally understandable.
But I want to read it so bad.
And just to preface,
can you show the book? Do you have the book near you?
Oh, I do not, because I have them at my
Pretend to hold it up, and then maybe we'll add it later. Yeah, this is Beastars. Read Small Pig. It's exactly what you're talking
Japanese,
about.
it translates to small pig.
But just to dig out the cover here.
It's a little blurry.
You weren't wrong.
There it is.
Wiping off that fang.
Yep.
Mhm.
If anyone wants to read my book, I will never be writing it, but just read Romeo and Juliet because it's probably better.
And imagine it's alien animal people.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's a vote for you guys to come back for future episodes. Well, happy to all you guys. We can probably announce who might be in our episode in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If that person wants to raise their hand.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
Christian will be back.
That brought into my episode.
Yeah, and the thing is, instead of Mary, it'll be Perrin, who they kind of are surrogate for each other. It's pretty much the antagonist to Samson and also full of stuff the entire time.
What if
So
The antagonist.
you could have
wait, I guess
married-
if I'm the villain and she's the antagonist, does that make her the hero? I don't like this.
I'm the hero of my own story.
Yeah.
um,
Animorphs plus Shakespeare. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to read that? I'd read it.
I'd kind of be down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have both of them back next
Yeah.
time.
I say we're gonna have a few more episodes, and we just have like a full-fledged, like everyone who's been a part of it at once coming for one
Friggin'
episode.
free for all.
Oh my
just
God,
to
that would make
blitz
it so
Dillon.
hard.
Maybe Mary and Perrin work together.
Oh, I thought
You could call them
I mean,
Aaron or
Perry.
Perry. Ha, ha. That's my last name, in case you didn't know. But it's not Perry, it's Perry.
Hallie?
Perry. Pete. Another story for another day. Thank you guys all for joining us today.
Yes,
Great.
thank you.
you.
Hit subscribe.
Yes.
Tell your friends to join us in 2 weeks, Sunday
Good.
at
Press
6
that
p.m.
subscription bell.
All right.
Yes, 2 weeks from today, we will be joining.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you all. Bye, everyone. My uncle added a comment at the end there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yes, when I'm getting married.